Good morning, everybody. Hope you're keeping well and safe. I just thought I'll say a few words from my garden. You can probably hear the birds singing. They don't recognize lockdown or anything like that. So, the reason I wanted to reach out and share a couple of things with you, ideas, is that I've been holding a lot of sessions over the lockdown period, 4 weeks now in Spain, and same topics keep coming out, coming up during the conversation, and I thought maybe I can reach a few more people and help by sharing my point of view and also how I do to cope with the situation. The first thing is that so many people are focused on the problems. Of course, this is a worldwide situation now, and we're all facing all sorts of challenges. I can't even begin to imagine what you might be facing right now. Um, but many are worried about the future, their income, their business, what's going to happen next. And I don't think anybody has answers right now. So it's for me, it's the best thing to do is really focus on the solution rather than the problem. How do we do that? Well, first step is really just recognize that this problem keeps coming up, this challenge is in our minds, to be able to just accept this is the problem and look at it once and then set it aside and start asking a question. What is a possible solution for this? So become solution focused rather than problem. The reality is whenever we're focusing on a problem, it's like putting it right in front of our face and focusing on it and keep looking at the problem. And that's even enhanced by keep listening to the news, and so much information is out there, and I've heard so many people are actually spending far too much time looking at the news and getting the information, which is not helping. It's bombarding you with negative information, it's disempowering you, and it's keeping you in that situation, in that mindset, which is not great for moving forward. So, and also whenever you're focusing on the problem, it's a bit like a camera. When you focus on one thing, usually all the surrounding, all the background begins to fade out, and it's not goes blurred and it's not clear. So um, what you need to do is basically, yes, this is the problem. I can see it. I accept this is a challenge. Okay, now if I bring that down, the solution is out there somewhere, and I don't want that to be blurred. I don't want to be out of focus. So I need to just accept this problem, uh, move it away, and start focusing on the solution. Um, and it really depends on your belief system. So, for example, I believe that there's always another way. Uh, so that will enable me, empower me to look for solutions. Fortunately, we have the internet. We can actually look and see how other people similar in our business, in our line of work, are coping, what they're doing, and keeping an eye on the big picture and staying positive. What do I mean by that? Well, the first few days, couple of days actually, that this whole scenario began, I was in shock as well. I just didn't know what to do and how to manage and so on. Um, and but I accepted that fact that I'm going to be a little bit frozen, and just took it easy for the first couple of days. And after that, I started looking at the big picture. So what is the big picture? Well, everybody is suffering, everybody is struggling, and maybe what I can do, I can actually reach out and see if I can help a few people. So I created a post, put it on social media, that I'm offering all my time free of charge, my whole calendar. Not too many clients want that session at the moment, so I opened up my calendar and got a lot of bookings, and managed to help people get over by letting them focus on the possible solutions, and also giving them strategies and tools how to deal with the current situation, and strategies of how they can move forward. Um, Another way of looking at it is that, at the moment, um, it feels like winter. Uh, like this is the winter of our business if you're in business for yourself. And farmers and gardeners, they don't sit still during the winter period. They prepare the land, they sow seeds, and they do everything they can to make sure that when spring comes, they can tend their crops, and by summer, autumn, they will actually get the results, get the harvest they want and need. So if you imagine this is the winter, you can still be doing things. You know, you can reach out to your clients, contact them, communicate with them, make sure they know you are there to support them. If you have offers that you can uh, provide for them, there are many people offering their services for free or reduced price to help people get through. I'm sure you've seen them, concerts and movies and all sorts of things are being offered for free at the moment for people who are stuck at home. They can't go out. Uh, so there's always another alternative. There's another way. And how I cope on a day to day, because as entrepreneurs, we are our worst own boss. We work the longest hours normally. We have the least holidays, and we only get paid if there is some money. Um, and some of the other challenges we face is that we don't have accountability. There's nobody giving us orders, that nobody is planning our jobs for us. So, you know, we're very much self-reliant. And in a time like this, we need to get some kind of a support system in place. Accountability, for example, some of the things I do, I'll tell you, I've created a routine as well on a daily basis that wake up, have some stretches, yoga if I have time, if I feel like it, and on to having breakfast. And at 10 o'clock, I join a meditation group that are meditating and praying for the world, for this whole situation that we find ourselves in with the virus. And that lasts about 15-20 minutes. And then the rest of the day, I divide them into chunks: morning, afternoon, evening, and then divide those up in 40-45 minute segments and make sure there's a break in between. I get dressed and I go to work. And I've actually divided my house into different areas. So I actually go into the office, and then I have the dining room converted for Zoom calls and meetings. And I have a little seating area outside for thinking, reading, and so on. So I make sure I move around. And I've also started doing some gardening and planting some seeds of my own. Some of the things I wanted to do for years, never had the chance, never had the time. And this year it was perfect timing. So I get out in the garden between the 45-minute time slots and water the vegetable, prepare the garden for the seeds, and so on. So you can actually do that. Accountability wise, I've arranged that I meet a colleague of mine 2 or 3 times a week. We get on Skype, have a quick chat, and then we have our cameras on so we can see each other working with the mic off. And it's kind of Big Brother watching. So I have a little screen on the corner of my laptop, and I can see, you know, he's working, he can see I'm working, and it kind of gives you that co-working so you don't feel alone, because I'm at home on my own, and it's very easy to get lost in that space and that feel quite isolated and end up in a dark place you don't want to end up. So always remember there's another way. Also, once a week I'm doing coaching with my coach, and we coach each other. So we're accountable, we set out what we're going to achieve during the week, and then we have to report back and see how we got on, and so on. And obviously a to-do list, but don't overwhelm yourself. Small little projects, and once you get the rhythm going, it will be much easier to get things done. So very important to keep the big picture. Most of us can actually reach out and help our clients, help other people, help total strangers with our expertise, with our knowledge, with our product, with our services. And it feels good. It really is one of the best ways you can actually lift your spirit, is helping others, especially if there is no expectation of payment. You know, you're really just helping. So I believe there was a study in Harvard University where they studied happiness, and one of the only things they found that created long-lasting happiness for people was to give without expecting anything in return. So I'm also here. Let me know how I can help you. If you want more videos done, please like. Too many people tell me, I love the stuff you put on social media, your quotes and what you say, but they don't actually like it or share it or comment. So I have a lot of talents, but I can't read minds. So please let me know by just liking and also commenting how I can do more videos. I'm planning to do a meeting online, but I've discovered that Zoom has been hacked and there's problems with Zoom, so looking for alternatives at the moment. Hopefully I'll have a meeting where you can attend and ask questions, and we'll invite experts as well to talk about different subjects over the next week or two. In the meanwhile, let me know how you're getting on, and stay well and safe. And thanks for your time.